Sports talk worldwide with a little boxing news, so you know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, my man Chris Eubank Jr. has displayed a little arrogance. Go figure, you know, because it's Chris Eubank Jr. Now, he says for his next fight on February the 4th against Renaud Quinlan, right, IBO super middleweight champion, he says, I don't need a trainer, right? I'm going to train myself. I don't need a trainer. He got somebody for the pad work, but he doesn't need to do he doesn't need a trainer. Now, me personally, I just think this is what he's doing to sell the fight, right? Now, I know, how's he selling the fight by saying he doesn't need a trainer? I just think at the end of the day, throughout history, you know, an arrogant brother is something people going to go see get knocked out. It's the way it is. We don't have to talk about the fighters that were arrogant. If you're a brother and you arrogant, loud, stuff like that, people gonna come see you get knocked out. And I think that's what's gonna happen here because this fight is on pay-per-view, and to come out and just say I don't need a trainer is something that's gonna excite a little bit of hate. Somebody gonna want to see him get knocked out, and they can say, see, everybody needs a trainer. Who the hell do you think you are not needing a trainer? Now, me personally, I like arrogant fighters. I like fighters that don't say nothing. My favorite all time, like you guys know, is Lennox Lewis. He wasn't arrogant. He was just quietly handling his business. He let the other people talk and go beat him up on fight night. Holyfield as well, right? Roy Jones, another fighter I really liked, one of my favorites ever. He was more arrogant. So it goes both ways. Prince Nassim Hamed, in my top 5 ever. Anybody who hasn't seen him, go check out what he would do before the fight. How he would come out. It's just unprecedented. I mean, just ridiculously awesome and entertaining, and then go out and handle his business. So Chris Eubank, do what you're gonna do. He has the blueprint from his father, who I really liked. He was arrogant, totally arrogant, but he would come out and do his thing. So you got to just kind of enjoy these kind of things. You got to sell these fights. I mean, he is fighting Renaud Quinlan, that probably no one from England knows so much. And he's fighting for that title, IBO, which me personally, I'm not going to recognize. We got 4 sanctioned bodies already. That IBO trying to slip through the back door. No, not here, not yet. You know, but okay, it's some kind of title. Now, what I do like about what Chris Eubank Jr. is doing, he's had an 8-month layoff because of his elbow, a super hyper extended elbow. He was getting treatment in Dubai, electro treatment. He's been out 8 months. He's going to go straight into a title match. But he says, listen, just because I'm going up to the super middleweight division does not mean that I'm not going to fight in the middleweight division, right? I'm going to go both divisions and try to get whoever has belts, right? So that means in the middleweight division, he'll be back down and try to see what Golovkin want to do. In the super middleweight division, he got his eye on James DeGale and George Groves, that English dust up, So he's trying to handle his business, handling the 2 weight divisions. And at the end of the day, if this was 20, 25 years ago, you didn't even have these super and juniors, right? You just had weight divisions. And super and juniors, like I said, it's only a couple of beers away. So some fighters that are just saying, hey, I'm going to stay right here, right? Even though I have challenges a couple of kilos, especially if you go to kilos, a couple of kilos away, I can't do that. And the fans are okay with that. So it's good to see a guy say, no, I'll go here in super middle, and I'll go back to middle to handle whatever business is there. Another guy doing that right now, I must note, is a guy named Jamal Charlo. He wants to go up to middleweight, and if something is still happening at 154, anybody wants to do something, he'll stay there too, right? Because he's having problems making 154, but he will stay there for challenges, but he's going to go up to 160. And hey, guys, hey, hats off to you. Continue to handle your business, right? I think with Chris Eubank Jr., this is a problem in a way because he's going through too many trainers, right? He had Adam Booth, which I just think that was just too much arrogance in the room when you had Chris Eubank Jr., his father standing over there, and Adam Booth in the same room. That's just too much arrogance. You know, you can cut the arrogance with a knife up in that room. So I didn't think that was going to work out, but Adam Booth is a good trainer. And another guy, I don't know his name, what's his name? Maximo Perret. I didn't really know who this is, so I'm not going to act like I do, right? But, you know, you have all these trainers, right? And you're going through them. So at some point, can't be pointing your fingers at somebody else. It might have a little bit to do with you. Now, I do wish Chris Eubank Jr. the best. I think the man works hard. I really do. I think he has a high work rate in the ring. He has stamina, right? And he has belief in himself. Those are things that might take this guy a long way. Let's check it out. I think he's going to sell the fight by saying, I don't need a trainer. I know it kind of pissed me off. And I like the guy. So I know if you don't like him already, that's going to piss you off and you're going to go watch that fight to see him get knocked the hell out. Aren't you? Dome Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here.